Here's my question to you in terms of the differentiation in trade between Bitcoin and the rest of the coins. Is it perhaps because people are getting ready to reload on the other coins and you have to transfer money from fiat into Bitcoin in order to buy the altcoins?
That can be part of it. And you'll see really the initial part is you get Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those are the easiest, biggest things to buy. And then you transfer and buy the altcoins. This ETF story has caught a lot of steam, though, and I think that's really what's got people into it. But there's no question, you could see that money rotate back into the alts.
Doesn't it, for Ethereum really to catch up, wouldn't it need a lot of these ICOs to sort of come to fruition? And we need regulation to sort of lift its head up a little there for that to occur?
I don't think Ethereum has to have a lot of ICOs come to fruition. I mean, I think something like, as long as the Augur, right? That is the new one that has been built on top of Ethereum. That's actually proven to be pretty well. So that's kind of a proof of concept. I think that's enough to get Ethereum going.
So when you talk about a Bitcoin ETF, is that going to be, you think, primarily a retail product? And how much retail money do you need to move Bitcoin, which is now, 130 some odd billion of market cap?
It will unlikely be a retail product. The VanEck product is priced at $200,000 a share, specifically to kind of weed out a retail client. I think maybe Q1, or I'm sorry, not Q1, but 2019, we could probably have a retail-facing ETF. And specifically on how much you need to move Bitcoin right now, it doesn't take as much as it did back in January, February. Even though liquidity is great, you can still move it around quite a bit. I mean, listen, JP Morgan did an estimate back November, when Bitcoin went from 8,000 to 20,000. That was about $6 billion that came in. And it moved it that much. So it wouldn't take too much. I mean, $6 billion's a lot to me, but not to somebody like Guy.
That's interesting. I mean, what you say about weeding out the retail investor, why would you do that? Especially when I get that we want institutional players, and I get VanEck has a lot of massive institutional products, or at least products that are large enough liquidity for institutions to trade them. Yeah. But isn't this really about getting anyone easy access and simplifying the process?
Yeah, I agree. I can't speak for VanEck, but my understanding is the SEC put out this list of 31 different things you had to accomplish. And one of them was they wanted to protect the smaller retail investor. So VanEck's response, as I understand it, was let's make the share price so high that it's prohibitively high for a retail investor to get in.
But this would be a very easy way for institutions and hedge funds to get in, because you solve the custodial issue, right? So they don't actually have to deal with it themselves.
Right.
They could just outsource that to whatever ETF company.
Yeah, that's right. The problem is the custodial issue isn't
still there.
Solved yet.
It's still there. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole issue.
But that's also a hurdle. People that are betting that an ETF is coming, like soon, I think that's unlikely because there isn't a really good custodial solution. Maybe Q4 this year.